elements that remind us of temperaments. Choleric, you think of what?
Fire.
As a day of? Fire. And fire is something hot. Something is consumed. Fire is something you are even scared of. By the way, choleric people hold back. So when you think of choleric, think always of what? Fire. When you think something about cholerics that I want you to also note, cholerics are leaders. Cholerics are leaders. Fire, leader. Isn't it? They are the leaders, usually leaders. Cholerics are leaders. Okay, like Makoha, somebody has told us. What other choleric would you think of in the national limelight? Choleric. Thank you so much. Choleric, somebody who is a disciplinarian, somebody who wants it done and done the way they want, dictatorial, somebody who is forceful, isn't it? Yes. Vocal. Yeah? Mishuki. Kwani you were born during Mishuki's time? Oh, that reminds me, when I talked about interactive skills, something else actually I forgot to say, and I just remembered. It's important to always bring out humor. Humor, because what people remember is the humor, by the way. Like if I ask you how many or what you remember about yesterday, most of you will tell you about mine. So you must always learn to bring out humor, because people remember humor. So you don't have to come here serious all the way. I don't have to come carrying all Ellen G. White books I put down for you and start reading page after page. Because humor is a way of interactive skills that brings out the best as you express yourself to your external environment and are able to achieve a goal. Go to Sanguine. The element to remind us about Sanguine is air. Air. Air is everywhere, isn't it? Air. What is going to remind us? I don't. Air and air. Air. The element of air. A sanguine is like air. They really have nothing serious, but you need them in your life, isn't it? Otherwise, I mean, that's why I have my husband. That's why I have my husband. You say amen. That's why I have my husband. Because I need a sanguine in my life. I can't live a serious life. You need somebody with humor, who talks too much, who makes you forget your problems.
Amen.
Air. When you think of air, you think of a sanguine. And a sanguine is an expressor. An expressor. Things you are not able to say, they actually say them. Things you're not able to say, they will actually say them. I'll find it very difficult for me to come out and actually say something negative about a person. But a sanguine will actually say it and make a joke out of it. Like my own husband, who even makes fun of my hair. Now that he doesn't bother me anymore, I will say, after you really Jararua bedsheet. They'll bring out humor, isn't it? And for me, it doesn't bother me anymore, because I mean, you cannot be married to someone for 40 years and you take it to heart. A sanguine is an expressor. They're able to express things that many people will not be able to express. And you think of them as air. You need them to survive. You can't live without sanguines, otherwise life will be very dull. Isn't it?
Yes.
And therefore I can assure you my home is not dull. Because I have a sanguine, right? Let's go to table number 3, the melancholic. Table number 3, the melancholic. I want you to think the element of earth. Earth, solid. Something that is solid. Something that is not movable. Earth. Dunia. Oh, someone says that heart is not an element. Something that is solid. Isn't it? Something that does not change. Something that is reliable. Something that you will always find there. When you think of melancholy people, it's like the element earth. And we know them as analysts. A good example of someone who is melancholic and a career path would be what? An engineer, exactly. Because it's somebody who analyzes data, who's analytical in their approach to life. It's a person who thinks things through. So think about melancholic, you think about an analyst, and the element are. The fourth and final temperament, you think about phlegmatic, you want to think about water. Water just flows. Imagine too, just flows everywhere. Just flows. Come on, the water just follows that way. Isn't it? That's a phlegmatic. If it rains, where there is a slope, the water will go towards what? No. Phlegmatic will always go with the flow of people. Never mind what they think or they wish, but they'll always find it easy to do what? To follow people. And we know phlegmatics are dependable people. They make the best friends, by the way. They make the best friends because they are very loyal. They are very dependable. It is never about them, it's about others. They're always agreeable. So we find them to be, when you think about water, like a tree planted, no. Breathe over troubled waters, I will lay me down. You think about phlegmatics as water that easily flow and are able to go with people. These are the 4. Okay, 200 meters mistaken, no, eh? Or he went to Nairobi. Do you think he went to Nairobi? Maybe he did, eh? I beg your pardon?
I think the photocopier is slow.
Oh, the photocopier is slow. I'm also looking for the exact shop. So maybe the decision should have been I should have come with them tomorrow. But let us be able to wrap up today. I wasn't even able to go to the topic for today when I realized most of you have not done it. What we have said is that our past affects who we are. Our present environment influences who we are, but also our temperament, who we are, by creation, by our DNA, by affects and makes us who we are. And unless we are able to understand all those 3 facets, then we will struggle to accept who we are and to be able to move as who we are. As young professionals in the career path you have chosen, it's important And I don't even think we'll have time for that because I was thinking I'll cover that tomorrow. But what I was to cover today, I'll cover tomorrow. Because what I was going to do is tomorrow, I was also going to bring, we do what would be more of a career placement in relationship to our temperaments. Then you see, are you in the right career? Or do you want, as you continue to advance your education, to be able to change or to sway towards something that fits more of your personality? And that's why you realize even when you're in an office with, and both of you or three of you or a group of you are doing the same thing, there's a person in that office who seems to do things with a lot of ease, isn't it? Yes, somebody else is struggling to do the same thing. You need to be able to match and merge and be in sync with all that makes you who you are today, because it will affect your performance. As a young adult, it will totally affect your performance. It will affect your output. It is going to affect even you to be able to advance in career. Because if you are struggling, you're not going to move up very fast. But the person who does with ease and enjoys it, if you are a marketer and you are a sanguine, all you love is talking. And you continue to talk and talk and talk. And all you find people, you engage them with talking. You tend to advance even better in your career because you actually do something that you enjoy. Even when you're not in office, even when you're in a social or family gathering, you find yourself, you're still marketing, isn't it? Because that's all you know how to do. All you know how to do is do what? Is to talk. So it's important to be able to merge all that together. And for sanguines, one of the good careers, good in the sense that fits your temperament, is to be a politician. Like Moses, Korea. Even my husband actually was actually a minister in the government, and all he loved was talking. Because when you are able to identify your temperament, then you know what you enjoy. You tend to drift towards what you enjoy more than what you are trained to do. Are we together? Yes. He's trained, and I keep talking about him because he's not here. And because he's not here, I can talk about him. In terms of profession, he's a trained accountant. He's a trained accountant, but because of the way he loves talking, he found comfort in politics. What I'm trying to say is, you could be trained in an area that does not fit your temperament, and therefore you find yourself struggling. The reason why I brought the temperament test, which is in relationship with the interactive skills, is you will only succeed best, enjoy most, when you are able to match and merge and be in sync your temperament and what you train to be. Otherwise, the whole of your life, you'll be in conflict. All the time, you'll be conflict. What you enjoy, your passion, what you are at ease with, what your temperament is, will be always in conflict with what you have trained to do, what is expected of you, what you need to do. So you always be in conflict, and you find that you don't excel in what you're doing. I hope we are together that far. Yes. What do you think we should do about the papers? Okay. Okay. What do you notice with that question of us and the responses I'm getting? Which one? There's someone who has actually said, one is insisting he will come back, and the other one is saying, wait until tomorrow. Do you know what that shows? Their personality, by the way. Yes, with a response once you can tell someone's personality, isn't it? The one who is saying, let us wait, what personality? Possibly, what is their personality? Please, think through. I want to make sure I'm communicating, because this is key. The person who is saying, let us wait. Please greet Puma. Please greet back Puma.
Greet you all.
Greeted you.
Decided to Puma me, but it's fine. So the one that has persisted is a choleric, because cholerics, they are persistent, they are determined,
Exactly.
and they are go-getters.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. Give me a big hand. That's all it is.
Let her change.
Please raise your hand if you don't have so raise your hand when you receive. That's only the time you put your hand up. That's when we know whether we have covered everything. Hoping to carry on this discussion. I wanted us to finish what we were going to finish today. Tomorrow, I wanted us to now do the temperaments versus career. And the last day, I wanted us to approach it temperaments.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay, the last day. So I was hoping the last day we'll do temperament versus relationships.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there is, and of course, all this is scientific, there is, you can be able to know, because of your temperament, the kind of person you are compatible with in terms of temperament. And one of the major issues we have today is because people who are getting to relationships and marriage, they are not compatible in temperaments. And once you understand your temperament, and that's what I was hoping to lay base today, we understand our temperament, our personality, who we are. You are able to know whether the career you're doing, is it relevant, or does it work out with your temperament? The next step is the person you want to live the rest of your life with. Are you going to be compatible in terms of temperament? For example, if you have two sanguines in the house, it will work. Because nobody will ever sleep, isn't it? Fire. If you have two cholerics in the house, I mean, everybody is a boss, because cholerics are bossy, isn't it? So if you can relate also, understanding who you are and the kind of person you should look out for. When I do what I call predating counseling, and I do predating counseling, which I feel is even more important than premarital, because by the time they come to you, they want to get married, they have decided. Hey. So what are you telling them? But when you have predating, is before you commit yourself to having this relationship, to start knowing this person. Is this person a good fit for me or not? When somebody wants to know that, it's a point which is very helpful. Because sometimes you get into a relationship, as much as it's not working, you continue forcing it. You know that one, eh?
Unang'ang'ana, but you're going nowhere. Unang'ang'ana. It's not going anywhere because you're not compatible. But if you know what kind of a person or personality temperament you are, then you know what kind of a person you are looking out for. And even before you do it, I give a test where both of you do a test and realize how compatible you are. Once you know how compatible you are, that test also helps you know which areas you need to work on as yourself to relate to the other person. But I hope you'll get the idea. But that was going to be my last presentation. It's just that we've moved, but I think this is very important because unless first of all you understand your temperament, okay, I'll go quickly back on for the ones who have just received the papers. The choleric is fire. The choleric is fire. Please, choleric is fire, write that. And table 1 is choleric. Table 1 is choleric. Table 1 is what is it? Honey, they got finished. Excuse me. My instructions were very clear. I said you raise your hand until you receive what? Did I say that? Yes. I did not see any hands that were still up when he came to see. I said put your hand up until you receive a paper. Now telling me you have no paper, what do you want me to do? The first table is choleric. First table is choleric, those who have just received. A choleric is a leader. A choleric is a leader. The first table, table 1, hapo imeandikwa table 1. A leader is choleric and the element is fire. When you think of a choleric, you think of the second table, table 2. Table 2 is a sanguine. A sanguine who is an expressor. Sanguine who is an expressor. And the element to remember sanguines with is what? Air. Air. Table, hot air, eh? Like hot air. Okay. Like those people who had hot air.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good way to remember because I was trying to find ways of remembering. Yeah. When you think air, think of hot air and elections 2022. So you know a sanguine is hot air. We go table 3 is a melancholic. Table 3 melancholic, who is an analyst. And the element that we relate a melancholy with is what? Solid, eh? Solid as a rock. Solid. Melancholic, we think of earth. Dunia, earth. Ingine aliuza kama ni earth. Earth. Element, earth. Dunia. And as an analyst. The fourth table is phlegmatic, dependable, and the element that we think about is water. Lighter, water. Water. Now, what you do with this, what you're going to do with this that I've given you this paper, take your time and tick the things you think you are, you know, these tables. And the table that you'll have more ticks, that shows that's where your personality lies most. So it's a very simple one I picked for you because you're able to mark yourself. You don't have to be marked by somebody. So if you have more ticks on table 1, you are choleric. If you have more ticks on table 4, that means you're what? Phlegmatic. So it is it's a test that you can be able to mark yourself and know your temperament. I would request we all stand. I would request we all stand.
Okay, what is our assignment for tomorrow?
Peter, Paul, Moses, and Abraham.
What is our assignment for tomorrow? All those four, Peter, Paul, Moses, and Abraham. I want you to think of them, look at them, read about them in relationship to temperament. And then tomorrow we have a brief discussion which temperament each of them fell in and what advantage they had because of their temperament. Remember I said, regardless of the temperament you have or you are or manifests in you, God still can be able to use you, isn't it?
Yes.
So there is no temperament that is wrong and there is no temperament that is right. Let's have a word of prayer. Oh, Father, there's so much